active cloaking version.
Hello?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hey yo.
And what all did I miss?
Um, well, a lot of bad things.
What was the last thing you remember?
Uh, we were headed towards the Black City, and there was some guards or something in a caravan, or I don't know.
Oh, that's when I got sent to space.
So we. So this was after the. Yeah, okay. So it was after the so-called bandit thing. Simamar went on a jaunt across dimensions or worlds, and he wound up going to some virtual chaotic place where the landscape kept changing, and he kept changing. You guys, the rest of the group had made it to the Black City, and were trying to find that wizard that we had a meet with, or we had an in with, which we find. And then Thea was able to get a hold of somebody to get Simamar out. We went to a bar, reunited. We sat down and ordered drinks, and someone decided to order the strongest thing they had. We all immediately passed out. When we woke up in the morning, Simumar didn't feel right. None of us really felt right, so he healed himself, and that was when he expelled blood, black blood, out of himself. Found out that we were semi-cursed, that if we were healed within a certain amount of time, we would get hurt instead of healed. We found some rumors, or Simumar found some rumors, came back and told us that there was a tower around that held some sort of contest, and I think it has 10 levels, and if you go in and you progress up and you make it to the 10th one, you can get unimaginable wealth or unimaginable items or something. And you can stop after certain levels, I think it is, and just, collect your reward and beat feet. But I think we were told if you die in the tower, you don't come back.
If you die in the tower, you die in real life.
Not for play.
And we were told that there was a cooking contest that day and a big meeting, all the nobles and familiars, whatnot, going on that day. Keto wound up getting an invitation to that because he is a noble. So he spent the day in jury. Lars went around to procure items for the cooking contest because Bort wanted to enter that. Simumar ran around like 300 miles doing quests to become part of the Adventure Guild and also grab some ingredients for Vort. So he got Kraken tentacles and Triceratops meat and pixie dust, which I don't remember using the pixie dust.
No.
So he still has
for
that.
The after party.
That's for the after party.
That's for later.
So he made a great dish of Kraken tentacles and dinosaur meat, and through a little help, he made it through the first round. And after that, he was just smooth sailing for the next 2 rounds and just crushed the competition, and he won. And then when Aikido rejoined up with the group, he had explained what he was doing, and apparently the gods want to be redeemed, and they are seeking young adventurers under 10 and under to venture forth and redeem them. And the last we knew is you left the educated teacup with murderous intent.
I did.
And the funny part was there was a comment from the group that said, "On that's just her normal face."
That fair.
I might have missed a couple little things, and I can't remember. Oh, if we do this quest for the gods, we have to. We can only use our class stuff we get from our classes. Anything that doesn't come from the class are going to be temporarily shut off.
So like no magic item.
That's a good question. So we might have to ask about those.
Oh, okay.
As far as the information that Aikido has passed to you, you have no idea whether that is the truth or not. So Alice, we'll start with you first because I actually had some stuff planned for you, but obviously you had to miss last session, which is fine. But we'll just start with you first because that makes it easier. So there
I'm
were two.
not at my PC just yet. I'm
Okay.
about 5 minutes away. I just didn't want to miss out on the beginning.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so we'll just wait 5 minutes on you then. Just let me know when you're actually good to go, and then I have like 2 things that I know that will interest Alice greatly.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So based on that synopsis, Aikido has framed everything. I don't think I need to repeat an intro. So last I remember, you guys were still discussing what you wanted to do next.
Right, which with that, Alice, we had slowly agreed to take on this god redeeming quest, but we pretty much left it off there. And actually, I have a couple of questions for you, Thea.
Oh no, Thea walked away. If you'll
They-
remember, Thea said, "I can't participate in this contest," and then walked away.
Oh, well. I want to find you later and ask you questions.
Duly noted.
Well, now the super muscular Simamar is currently flexing and getting used to his new body. What about you guys?
Wasn't we talking about those towers too before? We were thinking those two.
Right, but Aikido said that if we did go to the tower, we would probably gain enough experience that we wouldn't be able to
Unimaginable rewards.
Simar gestures at him. Case in point. So we would probably, not meet the requirements anymore.
I can imagine higher than 11th level.
Yeah. But
So,
something that I do want to bring up with that though, Aikido, and everyone else is we haven't. So I know me personally, I've gone through a lot, and I feel like I've gained a lot of experience. I need to train before we undergo this endeavor and considering that we're not going to have our abilities, I would suggest that we all do some training before we go into this half-cocked.
Oh, so you're expecting some downtime. I like that
Uh,
idea.
Yes.
Since you brought it up, how much downtime are you looking at? Because last time we all agreed on it. Somewhere down the line it got messed up and we didn't do the right downtime.
I'm gonna really focus on training. I think I need at least a month because um, new subclass and second level feature. But I'm
So
going
3
to,
weeks, 1 month, 30 days.
yeah. I intend on biting the bullet and taking that one level of exhaustion to train as much as I can in a day. And I'm gonna post a quest in the Adventurers Guild to see if there's any battle masters or fighters that are willing to train me on short notice.
Gotcha. All right. Next person. I mean, I'll take three weeks of downtime. That's great. I mean, I don't really have to because of the tripping. I don't have anything, but with 3 weeks of downtime, I can do other stuff, which is I'll keep myself busy. Or Lars or Norjord, which one of you wants to speak next?
Well, I have one class feature, Divine Strike. Is that 1 week? 2.
That would be 1 week for class feature.
Yeah, that's all I need. So I'd
Because
probably
it's not because the subclass is the 2 weeks. It's just the one the class feature.
Yep.
Also, you got those new books.
yeah, I'd probably I don't know the mechanics behind it, but if it's like the stat increase books, I would spend time reading those.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
All right. So 3 weeks works for you too, then, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Norjord or Lars?
Well, I would like to train my smite power in. I already have Eldritch Smite style, but I wanna try those new ways. So Paladin Divine Smite.
Ah, so you have a class feature. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Paladin. It's cool.
Mm.
All right. So 3 weeks will also work for you. 1 week for for that, and then you can fluff 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's cool.
Norjor? Awful quiet there, Norjor.
He just left.
He waited till we got to him. He left.
That's how I see it, yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about himself. All right. So I'm gonna pull up my card and I'm gonna attempt to message Alice. I don't know how this stuff works.
I don't know either.
So I'll be like, where are we? We're out front of the Educated Teacup right now. Virtually, because that's where you had the contest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the square, I guess.
So I
Or
attempt
we're
to
heading back.
let Alice know we're outside the Educated Teacup, discussing taking 3 weeks downtime and other quests. Do I get an error or?
No, she's on this plane, so she would receive it.
So, looks like Simamar, you're going to be out straight. So, is there any questions that you wanted me to ask about this other stuff? I think I have the lead. Mine's just not really doing any training. I got that done on the way.
I think it's pretty straightforward. I have to just see what the Adventurers Guild has to offer. Besides that, do a little bit of shopping. Oh, actually, not that it's gonna help for this current thing, but do you happen to know where a siege workshop is? I need to commission a ballista.
What type of ballista?
Um, a ballista. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get the engineers to make an all wooden ballista using, you know, bark rope. I should be able to assimilate it. I haven't assimilated something that large, but I should be able to take it into myself and summon it, like my scimitar.
And
Okay,
what
so you
feature
want
gives you that power again?
That's my weapon feature.
Okay, just confirming.
so you want to take in how big of a ballista? How big of are you trying to?
Um, Samura extends his hands. I guess something that you would use for castle defense against huge beasts. So pretty big. Would probably be large size. I don't know. It's something that I thought of that I want to try. If it works, it works. If I can't do it, well, then that's my limitations.
Yeah, there's a new place down there by the river. So you cross this bridge and you take a right once you get to the next street and go all the way down there. Once you get to the end of that street, you take a right, and right before you cross the next bridge, it's right there on your right.
All right.
And similar, if you have some downtime at some point, I would like to ask your help for hunting specific creatures, if that's okay for you, because you have now proven that you are a good hunter.
I'm an expert at monstrosities. Everything else I'm okay at, but I can definitely give you some tips.
Yeah, yeah, but if you have some downtime at some point, I need I need to find like couple of specific creatures.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
I would just remember my contracts and whatnot when I have signed, because I just signed a whole lot of stuff. Under section siege, those are military sales only. So that place that I gave you directions to would not sell you one. Oh, sorry, I do not know. Sorry for the interruption. Something I just remembered. You may continue.
Honestly, my brain just turned off the player. Sorry. um, I'm gonna go do things now.
I am at my computer now, and Foundry is taking its sweet time and loading in, so just bear with me.
Yep, no problem. Well, just to prepare ahead of time. The two things that I think that would have interested Alice the most, that she would have picked up on during her various listenings sessions, shall we say, is she would have heard about a music competition that is being held outside the Bard's College at the amphitheater, and the Bard's College was also hosting a basically free seminar. Damn it.
Okay.
Is that hmm?
What?
I so badly want to press the button. Anyway, so yeah.
You expressed that was a pun by repeating it.
So which one would Alice have interest in?
The free seminar.
Okay, so basically, when she attends this seminar, it is led by a halfling gentleman who appears to be wearing very fine clothes. And he kind of just dives into different types of music theory. And while he's doing that, it's sort of like actually it's closer to a convention than a seminar, because there's like multiple teachers going over things at once. So you have one guy talking about music theory, you have one individual who's talking about care of actual instruments. You have an individual who talks about actual construction of instruments, like what the best materials are to use and how to put them together and how that'll affect the overall performance of the instrument.
Okay.
And there's also one talking about like the effects of music on other individuals. Like how does your spellcraft, for example, travel along the use of the instrument rather than the normal conventional methods of magic.
I think Alice would be particularly interested in that one.
Okay. So basically, he's going over the different methods that various colleges use to convey their magic via their instrument. Some actually don't use an instrument, but rather kind of hype themselves up with weaponry instead. Some of them talk about epics or lores or, folk tales, things like that. And as part of this, if you would like to, if you're good to go, if you'd make a lute, whatever your instrument. I know you. I'm blanking on your instrument. Yes, a harp. Make a harp check for me.
What would that be? Performance?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Um, 21. You impress the what do they call that? The guy
Instructor?
who usually
Orchestrator? Conductor?
no. Conductor, thank you. You impress the conductor, as you seem to follow his teaching, his lesson a lot more closely than the rest. And he comes over and he'll just point out. I mean, with a 21, there's not much to point out, but he'll help point out some better methods. Maybe strum here rather than pluck here there. Straight. Make sure to keep your posture straight. He just makes minor adjustments that overall will improve your performance in the future. Um, and then he also kind of coaches you through how magic can the flow from the weave to your instrument, and how it's going to come through as a result of that. And keep in mind, this is over a period of like 6 hours. I just wanted to make it one check so it'd be a little easier to maintain. Um, for the course of 6 hours. If you would like, you can learn an additional 5 cantrips from the Bard's table and 6 level 1 spells.
Okay. That's a lot. You said 5 cantrips and 6 level 1 spells?
Yep, I'll put it in the private channel, that way you have a note.
Okay. Alright, I appreciate that. I don't know if there's 5 cantrips that... I'll figure it out.
If you can't find 5 cantrips, let me know. He might impart some special ones onto you.
Okay.
That you won't find in the normal official content. Besides that, you can put down on your sheet that he gives you a special lute, or not lute, sorry, harp. I'm just used to people playing lutes. He gives you a fancy harp.
Okay.
Because honestly, you did the best out of everybody today. But by this time, you can.
I was about to say, I think you know what a harp sounds like.
Anyway. By that time, though, the lesson would be over. Like I said, it's been about 6 hours. Where the college is, I mean, previous campaign, you're aware. As you'd walk out the front door, you would see your group of individuals kind of huddled around near this water fountain here in the center. They appear to be having a discussion of some sort.
Okay. So the people that were in the music class with me?
No, your quote unquote party members.
Oh, I thought they were all somewhere else.
No, the irony is that where the college is, the moment you walk out the front door, that is what's called the Wall Square, and that is where the cooking competition is held. So as you walk out the front door, you'll still see lines and lines of tables that were set up for cooking stations, and there's actually probably still an aroma of the various types of dishes that were made that is wafting through the air right now. And like I said, you'd see them kind of next to this water fountain. They appear to be having some sort of discussion. I'd actually also say at this point, just on timing's sake, this is when you would see Thea stroll away from the group.
Who's in the cooking competition?
It was Fort the Goblin.
Lars helping.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sous Chef Lars also joined.
Do.
So unless you had anything you wanted to do especially, I'd say you just join up with the group.
Yeah.
Oh, Alice, welcome back.
Hey, did you miss me?
Maybe a little bit. By the way, the new extremely muscular Semar reaches into his jacket and pulls out a dagger hilt. I think you might like this.
Oh yeah, you had messaged me about something like that.
Yes, the antimatter dagger.
I'll look it up and down and add it to my collection of fun toys. Where's that? Where's the information for that?
Yeah, it's a little bit up.
Do you have like the actual item that you could like move to me?
I don't have a link.
I'll put it on you.
Okay, I appreciate it. Alice will thank you and ask where you got it from.
Found it in a cave while I was doing my adventuring trials. The cave belonged to a red ogre, and there was some kind of like Death Knight dude in there as well.
Hmm. Well, I could certainly make use of it.
Alice, the group was contemplating on helping the fallen gods redeem themselves. That sound like next step?
What's in it for us?
Glory and fame.
I believe that is something we will have to probably ask when we go and get more details about the quest. There was also, you called it a black tower?
Yeah. The Black Tower has revealed itself once more from the dimension that we do not know about. Clear all 10 floors and receive boons and gear of unimaginable power and other minor rewards at the other floors.
As for the redemption quest, I think the reward is like 90% of gods owing us a favor.
Now, because it's plural redeeming gods, do we know which ones? I mean, I guess that's a question to ask them. Do we get to pick and choose? Is it random? No one knows.
Well, that's a thing we can think later.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have to go probably find a counselor or whatnot, which is giving normally the guilds, the familiars give the quests out, but I think this one is going to be coming straight from Alice back there for the finer details.
But there was also a dungeon that you were talking about.
Right, there's a dungeon that recently sprung up that the Adventurers Guild haven't raided yet, and I don't know if that's just because it's the adventurers that are currently scouting it out are having a hard time, or if it's just like a unique dungeon that's difficult to rate.
So I assume you guys are going to start downtime from here.
Yeah, I'm ready to.
Shall we go drinking first?
No, not again.
Come on.
No,
Come on.
I like
What?
not feeling cursed and bleeding out my mouth with healing magic.
Let's go with the soft drinks now.
I have a lot of training I need to do, and I'm not even joking. I'm gonna have to cram like a month and a week's worth of training in like 2 weeks.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's acceptable. Okay. I will accept that reason for now.
We'll celebrate after the important things are taken care of.
Sounds great for me. Yeah. Lars is a little bit sad then. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah.
Downtime stuff.
Norjord and Alice, where you guys were not asked before. Simimar wants to take 3 weeks of downtime. Is there anything that you need to accomplish?
Not sure because we did a level up that I didn't get to complete. Oh, what level are we at?
We are 8th level now.
Yeah. Didn't get to do that. Let's see. Am I at 3,000 or 34,320? Is that the right amount?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, what level we were?
For 8. So
Oh.
you got 2 levels to level up probably. As
Well,
does pretty much everyone.
Eighth level.
And I got new spells I need to add. I'm kind of going through those.
Norjo, did you need any time off?
I just need to level up. People couldn't hear me, right?
We heard that you just need to level up. Yes. So
Alright, good. Just
any new class features or whatever, we're going to be taking 3 weeks of downtime. So if your class features are not going to take that long, just think of what you want to do for the remainder of the time.
By the way, my destroy undead feature is just an upgrade of turn undead. So does that
You
need
are
training?
good to go. Oh,
Great.
that is not a new feature. That is an increase.
The only let's see. Only two things that I'm really getting is besides new spells, it is counter charm feature for Bard
So that
and
will
Mantle
be.
of Whispers.
I don't know what Mental of Whispers. That
That's the College of Whispers ability thing.
I would say 2 weeks. I'm gonna look that.
I feel like that could be useful for very specific situations. Okay.
What was the option? What was the ability called?
Mantle of Whispers.
Yes, this looks like a whole new ability, so that would be a week. Yes, so 2 weeks for you, and you are good to go.
Alright, and let's see.
Alrighty, well, assuming nothing goes wrong, 3 weeks goes by. Everybody can take whatever features that they gain on level up and the downtime training. At this point, I believe everyone reconvenes.
I have a couple of questions for, I guess, the Adventurers Guild, or a question
Okay.
for them. The Deity Redemption quest. I know it's through the government, but is there anything official through the Adventurers Guild for that quest as well?
Thank you for reminding me. Actually, during your downtime, before you even get to ask that question, you would see at all sorts of news outlets that information released during the trial may have been misconstrued by most of the people going there.
Uh,
So what?
the trial for Baron Roth?
There hasn't been a trial for Baron Roth.
Oh, what's this trial for?
This trial was for the God's redemption. And the way that it's going to work is that a god needs to approach or gather a group of level 10 and lower individuals who they trust to go on a quest on their behalf for the redemption. It's not for all of them, it's just for one individual god each.
It did seem a little crazy.
Well, there was a thought behind it, and then the judges who presided over the trial may have realized that there'd be no way anybody could survive that. It's the kind of difficulty curve where either nobody survives or you're so good, you're too powerful that you're just going to survive no matter what we throw at you. There is no in between for this. So instead, it's going to be on the gods to each gather their own parties and then send those parties out. And then the aforementioned restrictions will be put in place. Also, the quest will be a little bit more specific. So obviously, a justice god is going to have different redemption parameters than, say, a hatred god. And the Adventurers Guild would say, no, we do not have anything associated with those.
Okay. I'm assuming I can buy a wooden shield and a wooden scimitar at some place somewhere.
Let's just go even or odd.
Odds.
Yeah, you find both.
Yay! I will spend the iridium for them. And then, any luck with the siege workshop, if they're able to even take on my commission?
They look at you and go, sure, we can do that. Can you please present me with a military ID?
Oh. That's a fair point.
Because not he's kind of looking you up and down. Not saying you couldn't handle one, but it's kind of considered banditry to own one if you're not military personnel, and that's an arrestable offense. So I can't, in good conscience, create or sell you such an item unless you have a military ID or have some sort of proof that you are of a standing military.
Right, and I'm assuming an adventurer wouldn't cut it either. So
no, you won't find an adventurer who owns a ballista.
Well, good to know. Thank you.
Well, you might, but they are probably bandits.
Ooh. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, also, just I guess this is an in-world thing that everybody should be aware of. Well, actually, would you be aware of that? How well has the Cinemar studied law?
Not at all.
Then never mind. I'll let that statement fall to the side. All right. Anybody else have anything that they wanted answered during that three weeks of downtime?
Just whatever effect the studying the cookbooks had, if any.
So how much time are you putting into that?
I need 1 week for my class feature, and then the rest of the 2 weeks I would have.
Okay.
Okay, I got all my spells and all my level up spells. And get the features. Alright, antimatter dagger.
See, since we're gonna be in the Black City for 3 weeks, would it be possible to like rent an apartment or something? Because he would want a kitchen for himself.
Yeah. Inquiring at any inn or adventurers guild would point you to a real estate company.
Alright, so you'd
And
go try to find a place.
yeah. So basically, if you tell them how many you need a apartment size for or temporary housing, they'd probably have it here in this city in particular. I believe the going rate is dependent on both status and the amount of people. You guys qualify as the 5 steel pieces a day sort of people.
Is this
So if you're saying it's for all 7, then it'd be 35 steel pieces a night. Not a night. Hold on. Let me do some math. I guess they'd ask you how long are you going to rent this space.
I guess just the 3 weeks for now.
So he tell you that they could rent a space big enough for 7, and it's an actual like 2-story house. So with a kitchen, and grand total for 30 days worth of rental, it would be 69 iridium pieces.
Yeah, okay. That sounds good. 69.
Yeah, and you can always gather. You can always recoup from other people in the party. That's just what he's telling you, since you're right there. So the first effect you would gain, let's see, so we say 48 hours. You have to sleep at some time. I'd say you get through 4 of the 6 books. Or did I actually give you a specific number?
6.
Yeah, I was right. I literally recalled that right off the top of my head. So you'd get through 4 out of 6 books. The first book would grant you expertise in all cooking related things, as well as identifying like whether a meal has been altered beyond its normal recipe. So you can tell if things have been added that probably shouldn't have been. And you'd be able to identify down to the last ingredient exactly what's in that recipe. The second book grants you a feature. Give me a second. I gotta go look it up real quick because kind of forgot about it. So it is a modification of your chef feat that you already have because you already have it. So you gain the master chef feat. And basically, it doubles the amount of special food you can provide. And when they roll for the extra hit dice, it's 2d8 rather than 1d8. And then the final piece is that when they eat one of your treats, it's double your proficiency bonus. The third one is if the third book gives you another feature called Nothing Can Go Wrong. And basically, it makes it so where no matter what you serve, people will never get sick. So you could literally hand them a raw steak and they eat it and not get sick from it.
What's wrong with a raw steak?
Lots of things.
Apparently nothing.
How else are you supposed to eat it?
You cook it.
I suppose.
Really? I really feel like this is the conversation between Gollum and Sam right now.
Ruins it.
And then the fourth and final one grants you a third and final feature called Living. Where is it?
After midnight?
Living embodiment of food.
You are food.
No, it's oddly named, but basically, if you have consumed one of your meals from your chef feat within the last we'll say 29 hours because of the time change, you will gain advantage on all death saving throws when you are reduced down to 0. But it's only you specifically. Also, just as a side note of flavor, you now know like 400 different recipes that you didn't know before. So practically anything that you can buy at an inn, you can reproduce now.
Cool.
With ease. But if that is the extent of it, everybody gathers up at the, we'll say, educated. No, actually, that's right. You guys have a house. 30 days are up. You guys gather at the house. What is the next goal?
I guess we need to register or go to the courts and put ourselves out there for a deity to hire us to redeem themselves. Right, that makes sense, right?
Well, in 30 days, did anyone get felicitated?
I didn't even think about that.
Nah, my god's still a god, so.
Wow, that's brutally put, but also aptly put. Shoot, that's right. Thank you for reminding me for it. He actually wanted to give you something. I just need to remember, ask him what it was.
It was the
'Cause he's-
sticker book of food.
Right.
Oh,
So Vort, I forgot. During that time, you woke up one day and there was an extra book on your stack. And when you turn to open it, you find just these like it's like an endless sticker book that has like pictures of ingredients that are stickers.
Alright.
Question: what was the harp that I got?
Called the fancy harp.
Okay.
I'll say within 30 days you would know what it does. One second. I had it pulled up and then I went off screen.
Did I actually
That's what I thought it was. So the one that he gave you is innately magical because as a bonus action, if you'd like to change its shape, you can. It is called the all-purpose instrument. And legitimately what it does is as a bonus action, you can change it into any other instrument that you can possibly imagine. Aside from obviously special magical ones. But if you
Okay.
want a lute, you can turn it into a lute. If you want a harp, you can turn it into a harp. If you want a drum, it turns into a drum.
I will turn it into a whistle for storage in my pocket.
Also, treat it as a +1 item. So anytime you make a bardic related check, saving throw, or spell casting, and you can add a +1 to it.
Okay. Did you have an item that I can import?
I do not. I will have to. I will make one for you here in a little while and send it over to you.
Okay. So that'll give me a +1 against spell attacks, or a +1 for like saving throws.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you experiment with that book?
Oh, the sticker book?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd probably stick it on. What would he stick it on? He'll put one on his apron.
Well, it's sort of irrelevant because so pick an ingredient that you would take a sticker of.
Meat would be his first choice. Some sort of meat.
As soon as you peel a picture of a steak off, a steak appears in your hand.
Alright, he'll use that he'll cook it up.
And after he experiments with it and tastes it, it tastes like regular meat. You're not sure how this is possible, but you have a sticker book with endless ingredients.
Alright.
Magic.
Thank you for reminding me, Grim. That's exactly what he said he wanted it to do.
Glad I was there for the conversation.
Are we just agreeing that Alice is now canonically a paper eater?
Wait, what?
Why?
It's Vort who's eating
Wait,
the
was-
sticker.
Oh, Fort. Never mind. Backtrack. And shut up now. Get confused with names.
Anyway, you all meet up.
Yay.
And I assume none of you had gotten proposed by a god to go do this redemption quest for them.
I mean, no one's asked me to, so.
Hey, Lars, odd or even?
Hmm?
Odd or even?
Even.
Yep, she didn't approach you either. My apologies.
I mean, I guess I could try contacting my celestial guide, see if they have any recommendations.
Akito, aren't you in a familia? Isn't that a former god?
I have the same boast as you do.
I don't think I should be the one to assist in helping the
Norjor.
gods.
Norjor, odd or even?
Did someone contact you, Norjoid?
God. No.
As a
it's just
matter
that-
of fact, you would have been contacted, Norshore, because you are in the Black City.
The
Question
blood
is,
is on the wall.
the question is who would? I know it's gonna be one of the evil ones.
Oh,
Not saying you're evil, but they would notice your presence.
let's say the people who run the familias and the people I grew up with don't really see eye to eye. And I do not mean on a friendly term.
You would have been approached by a redacted race individual.
What does that mean?
It's a thing that we do not understand. It's like a General Jewel.
Yes, very much so.
Or Isabella. Man, these redacteds are everywhere.
What did the person say?
They would like you to go on their redemption quest on their behalf, and if you have people that you trust that you would take it, he would be willing to pay you handsomely to do it.
Let's go do it. Someone asked me to help. We'll get paid royalty too. Royally.
But who is it for?
Hang on, I'm
The
gonna
person
post
say
it
their
here.
name?
Yes, I'm just gonna post it to you first, so you can decide whether you would want to divulge that information.
Who that is? Oh. Oh. I say, but I do hope that they keep their end of the bargain.
I mean, if it's someone that you'd rather not say, that tells me that you're not comfortable with them. And if you're not comfortable with them, then I'm not going to be comfortable with them.
It's not that I'm uncomfortable with them, it's just I don't completely trust them as a truthful individual.
Right. So then, who
So
is it?
if we don't trust someone as an individual, we're not supposed to associate with them.
Yeah.
I take one step away from Norjord.
Alright, y'all know who it is? It was Cyric, the god of lies. That's the person who approached me for this redemption.
That wasn't that hard.
Or
How
is
do you
he
know that
lying
was the
about
Again,
who he
truth?
is?
the god of lies.
I don't recall.
I doubt I've heard of him. Let's find out. Ow. Sorry, I'm having an aneurysm of pure stupidity.
We are not a bright group.
No, he's just one of those obscure gods. Or fallen.
4 people rolled, none of us have a positive intelligence modifier.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your
I have
your
a
intelligent
positive.
person is the one who's not here.
I don't have. Well, I don't have a negative.
2 zeros.
I mean, Thea's a wizard, so he would be good at this, but he's not here.
All right. Well, okay.
Oh,
Let's first establish a baseline for what deities that we want to redeem, because that's important. Because if we want to start having a more positive image and start pushing towards being heroic like Thea seems to think we are, then we should focus on good aligned, lawful, and neutral deities.
Nordor, when you spoke to this guy, did you say, yes, I'll do it, or I need to take it up with my party?
I said that I would need to take it up with you guys first.
Alright. Is there a way we can, like, make our services available as a under level 10 party?
Well, no, because through the news, it had been redacted and said that you had to be approached by an individual in order to take on this endeavor.
So,
But they have to know that we exist in order to approach us. We're not particularly famous just yet.
For at this moment, there is a knock on the front door.
I'll
Well,
answer.
that was
Or goes
fast.
to open the door.
Special delivery for a Vort.
Oh, that's me.
Hands you an envelope.
Thanks.
What have you ordered?
I tossed the
Nothing,
man
I
an
don't think.
IP.
Thank you for your continued patronage. And he just sprints off.
I need to send a letter to my parents.
I opened the letter.
Well, he was in hurry.
It wasn't a letter
Box
so
got
much
the
as just a
punching
letter,
face.
like just a letter, but no actual letter. Inside is a small copper-colored piece copper-colored square. And as you turn it out, you are now registered to a familia of Vort.
Okay.
50-50 which one it is, though. 1 second. You are registered to the Flare familia.
Okay.
Is that the guy that you thought you followed?
No. Am I aware? Like, is there like a notification or?
That's a good question. He didn't exactly disclose a lot. You would know he has something to do with Charlie, because you would know certain things about your deity. You know that at a certain point in time, he sort of divulged or upchucked, as the lore goes, 2 individuals that serve as his scions. So down here, they act as his representatives. I'd say just to make things simple, it is commonly known amongst your faithful, specifically, that Flare and Zanuth are those 2 scions. But everyone else in the group would look very confused because this is not very public information.
Yeah, this familia belongs to one of kind of an avatar of my deity.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
Well, congratulations.
joy.
What can I say? This is like the first time that Vort has spent a extended period of time in the Black City. I literally rolled for this offhand, and the longest you've ever stayed in the Black City was like 3 days. Which is not long enough for them to take notice that you're actually here and go, oh crap, we've been meaning to deliver this to you.
All right, so back to the topic at hand. We have a request from a deity that we don't really trust, and nothing else going for us.
From that front, yes.
From that front. Well, since they changed the system of how they're doing it, I say we just head for the Black Tower. Unless we want to actually spend time advertising ourselves through the government, because that's something that we should have done, but we forgot to do.
If we're gonna advertise ourselves, wouldn't we need a group name?
Well, Alice is a bard. She'd be pretty good at coming up with names. Well, she appears to have done Alice things again, so, yeah. A party name. I mean, it's kind of basic, but we could go with something like Survivors, considering the nonsense most of us have been through.
But if one of us dies in our journey, then it would be kind of funny to say that we are survivors. One is died.
What is that? Yeah, the rest of us survived. He did.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't die. Always come back.
That's a good game plan.
Alright. Anyone else for top or ideas for a party name?
So what are the names thrown out so far?
Just survivors.
You guys see a golden door appear in the middle of the room.
Did we do that?
Golden doors?
No.
It opens up and Thea steps out and closes the door behind him. Akito informed me I should be here.
I like that wooden fort.
By the way, as the door is closing, you just hear this massive explosion. And as the door is like almost closed, you just see this plume of smoke come out the door.
Is everything okay back there?
Training a dragon.
Oh,
You're training a dragon?
A lot's happened in the last 3 weeks.
I don't think I can mentally keep up with you, Thay. I don't know how you do it.
I captured a dragon, a gorilla, and this snake-looking thing.
Huh.
And if they don't bend to my will, I will turn them into wasted potential.
I mean, I kind of like the sound of that, but right, we were coming up with a party name going forward, since we're all sticking together and trying to, put ourselves out there for deities to hire us.
Sewer rats.
The golden
Why is
door is
that?
better.
I mean, admittedly, it is kind of where we came from.
Over at Jailbirds.
Not.
Demonic
Fort
escapers.
isn't.
Mistaken identity party.
uh, didn't do it.
And Simamar says his name suggestion referring to demons. Sure just gets a bit nervous and looks away.
Sus.
He moves towards me. I take another step away.
Takes a couple of steps away.
And
Huh.
this is Come on, Akito, you're almost there. You're onto something. I can feel it.
Well, I was trying to put together the ones.
Yes?
Because Simamar, you
Come
said
on.
demons?
The demonic escapers.
Well, I mean,
It is technically true.
if I really like bars. Vorts. What about Golden Escape?
That sounds like a frickin' store in the red light district.
It's
It
close.
does.
It's classy.
It's prostitution sounding.
I mean,
It's Legal.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. I mean, look at me and my muscles. Do I not scream fucking man candy?
So just slowly looks Simimar up and down. You want the true answer or the answer that'll make you feel better?
Um, neither, because both answers should be yes. Glorious.
Maybe little too much muscle.
I mean, I'm literally as strong as a Triceratops now. Yeah,
Too chewy now.
I'm thick. Anywho,
Silver scars? Hmm.
ooh, that's kind of cool.
Twilight Embers.
Like the Twilight Embers.
Twilight scars.
Something with Twilight. Twilight Sparkles.
No. Denied.
Oh. Suggest something like that again and you're getting choke slammed. We'll find you and choke slam you through a table.
Okay. Do
Twilight
we
Blades?
have? That's not bad. Do we have a goal as a group? Because I know we had a
Food?
by a while ago. Yeah, but we're not gonna be Twilight food or Twilight.
I don't think we have a real
Golden
goal, just for
Twilight.
monsters.
Like that.
Twilight Stars.
Get out.
I think me and Fort are on like the same page, and I think all you guys else are like on like page like 2. Guys, you all need to work and catch up.
Twilight survivors.
Already suggested that.
No, I only suggested survivors. Now I'm adding Twilight to it. Alice, do you have any suggestions?
Storm Dawn? It's kind of hard to say.
What's hard to say?
Storm Dawn.
Don't know what that is.
I'm on random name generator.
Ah.
Well, I kinda like that what Akido said, Golden Twilight. I kinda like that.
Maybe.
I think that's 3 for Golden Twilight so far.
Alice and the Harpies. I'll teach y'all how to play harp.
Nameless Outlaws.
I think I can live with Golden Twilight.
That's fine with me.
Well, we can work with that Golden Twilight, I think everybody is one with this agreement.
Thea, Nordor.
This is the
Okay.
important shit you called me back with. Aikido.
I mean, they just said that we weren't going to be doing the redemption, and you said you couldn't join us for the redemption, and we were going to be going to the tower, and so I figured, hey, let you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Because the issue that we're currently facing, Thea, is like only one deity's approached us, and it's like the god of lies. And we
But
don't
it could just be a lie because none of us recall them.
Right. It could be a lie. But anywho. Yeah, so we're gonna put our names out there and just kinda do other things in the meantime.
Ah.
I also haven't asked my divine guide, so I guess I could do that before we head out.
I could check in with my new familia.
Yeah, that sounds good. Aikido, do you want to go register the group at the government? So we're, I guess, on a list, and what deities we're looking to help redeem?
All right, now let's go through the list of deities. I thought we were off that list.
What do
I
mean
think
off?
you. I think it means a general type of deity, like
Yeah.
good, neutral.
Basically anything but evil, in my opinion.
Anything but what?
Anything but evil. I don't want to support the dark gods.
I'm not sure how the alignment system is formalized in universe, because most evil people don't actually view themselves as evil. So
That is a good point. But Aikido might find out otherwise. Is anyone gonna go with Aikido, or is what's the rest of the group's plan?
I'm gonna meditate and try to get in contact with my divine guide.
Simimar,
Yeah?
do you remember that one favor I asked a couple weeks ago that
I
if we can try hunt
do.
those couple creatures? So if we have now little downtime, we can try to go find them outside of the city.
Asking the DMs, is this something that's gonna be like a whole mini session of helping him with his hunts, or is this something that we just say that we do?
Clearly you weren't paying attention. Which is fair. It wasn't your time of the session, so fair enough. But I did specify some very powerful creatures.
Yeah, no, I deafen myself for the things that I'm not there for because I
Okay,
don't
do you
want
share the list with him?
Yeah, I shared the list.
All right, you need the skin of a displacer creature, feathers of a rock, and blood of a victim from an elder Ublex.
What? Okay. I don't think displacer beasts are going to be in the plains. I know rocks, if I had to guess, live in mountains. And as for a victim of Ublex, that is very specific. I don't even know what that is.
Well, I don't know kinda either, so that's why I asked you.
The rock, I hate to admit it, would probably be the easiest thing to track down. And then for the displacer beast, we'll have to find an actual expert on them.
Damn.
You could check the quest lists at the guild, see if there's.
Oh yeah, see if there's any quests that have been posted up that I could take. Alright, but first things first, I'm gonna try to get in contact with my guide. See if we can get a deity to support.
What would they say to you is the question.
Does my great 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 grandma need some help?
Actually, your celestial guide is a completely different angel. Believe it or not. I did look into that extensively. Basically, it's like usually a servant to whoever your divine parentage comes from.
Right.
As you meditate, your mind zones out. You feel your body become weightless. You instinctively open your eyes and find yourself in the middle of a hurricane.
By the Storm Father.
A being made up of pure water that has watery wings appears before you.
Good day.
What would you like to know?
I would like to know if there's any deities that require our assistance to be redeemed.
Mm,
Preferably someone that is friends with my celestial parents.
Knowledge, endurance,
endurance.
and beauty.
Oh,
All three of these words. Oh, and fortune would all appear before your. Basically appear before you.
hmm. We're gonna go with fortune.
Seek out Timora.
Seek out time more. Okay. Well, I'd wake up and see what everyone else is up to.
I wanted to check in with my familia.
Using the guild card or actually going to a physical place?
I'll go to the physical place since we're here.
As you walk in, make a dexterity saving throw unless you want to fail. Because you can choose to fail on this.
Who?
Do I see
Fort.
something threatening?
This will be before you really have the ability to perceive what's going on. This is based on instinct right now.
Alright, I'll roll. Oh,
That's pretty good. As you walk in the door, you get that spidey sense feeling, that tingle in the back of your neck that you need to duck. And you just drop to the floor as a pie comes screaming through at like Mach 3. You successfully avoid the Mach 3 pie. As you get up and straighten up, you see the room is full of lively people. Some of them you recognize from the cooking competition a couple weeks ago.
I'll try to see. I'll try to find someone who's in charge I can speak to.
And as you approach the sort of guidance area, you would see an individual who is perpetually on fire. Give me a second, I'm trying to find the picture. That is the individual you would see at the front desk.
Okay. I'll approach them and say, "Hey, I was just initiated into the Familia, and I just wanted to check in, see if you had any need of me."
Well, welcome. We've been meaning to get that to you. It's just you're never in the Black City long enough for us to get it there. At the moment, there's no pressing familiar matters that need to be attended to. There might be soon if certain events keep going the way they're going, but for now, don't worry about that. And as far as any gods that we might be backing, not really. No one likes the boss, so they tend to avoid him. But any of the fire domain gods, is kind of on the approved list from us. So if you approach them or they approach you, you'll have no problem or issue from us.
Okay. Do familiars grant quests or things like that?
Ones that are specific to them. Otherwise, they just kind of pass along the ones that are at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay. Well, if they don't have anything for me, I'll return to the rest of the party.
Ironically, you already fulfilled it. They were going to ask you to participate in that cooking contest. But things kind of went out of order, so, you already did it. Actually why I got the sticker book.
Alright. Well, once we reconvene, I would inform the party that my celestial guide recommended that we seek out a deity called Timora, who is a deity aligned with fortune.
Fortune is good. What happened to the lies?
We didn't trust them.
Yeah.
I mean, can you trust any god? That's not me.
Surprisingly, yes.
Out of honesty? Is that a thing?
God of
Oh, I
honesty.
definitely would not trust any god of honesty.
I mean, at least he's gonna be honest with you. I mean, don't worry, you go into that dungeon and grab that artifact for me. It's gonna be super deadly, full of traps. You'll probably die, but I'll really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's probably a lie.
So, I would like to seek out Timora. If everyone would be down for that.
Thought we agreed that we weren't doing this.
Well, alright. So to backtrack, what I said was, if we have no deities to support, then let's head to the Black Tower. But
We don't have any deities to.
we do now. Well, we have to find her, which should be pretty easy at the Black City.
But the quest said they will find deities will find those that they trust.
I mean,
And deities have approached us, and you guys all turned them down.
well, one deity approaches, and that was a god of lies.
But he followed the law.
He followed the rules, sure, but considering how they immediately flipped the rules,
No.
mean, I'm saying that someone who serves whoever deity that my parent is said seek out this deity and support them. So even if we approach them with like, hey, you want help, and they're like, yeah, sure, then cool, then that should be fine. It shouldn't have to be just, oh, a god's gonna seek us out.
Okay, well, as
Sorry,
I stated
Thea.
before, I can't help you with this. So, good day. As he steps back through a golden door.
Yeah,
Is knowing someone's name enough to use sending?
I would say it would require a roll. I don't know. That's a good question.
I think you have to actually know the person to send to them.
the funny part about
a creature with which you are familiar. So
Yeah.
they also have to recognize you as the sender. So yes, you do. Just not knowing a name is not enough. They have to at least met you once.
Okay.
Well, then it's time to go talk to the government, register, and see if they can give us directions.
Well, so Thea's time was not useless. I'm gonna step with them for a minute. I'll be back. Let me know, or let me know when you guys have decided what we're doing. You have the card now. So I will step through the door with you.
By using the card, send a message to my familiar asking if they know the location of Timora.
Timora Familia. And it gives you like a building number.
I found them.
Oh, awesome. Well, I guess let's go introduce ourselves. Is it just me and Vort that's going, or is Lars, Alice, and Nordjor gonna join us?
Well, Lars, I can join you guys too, or at least walk.
I haven't heard anything from Nordjor in a while. What do you think about this? All right. Very well.
Did he ever say that he actually was back? 'Cause I did see he left a while ago. Yeah, he was BRB like granted
Okay.
like 10 minutes ago, but I don't know if he's back or
And
not.
and then Alice, you said that you were fine with this.
Alice seemed to be crashed out of the Discord, it seems.
Correct. Alice is not here at the moment. That is
That's who we lost.
Because I remember them saying that a deity of fortune would be good, but I didn't get a solid confirmation.
right.
Well, I guess we're gonna play the waiting game. Unless we just want to go there for information. Me and Vort. And Lars.
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Alrighty.
And after that, maybe one drink.
We can do one drink.
Yes.
You really want that drink, don't you?
Yeah.
It's not the drink that he wants, it's the camaraderie.
It's
Or
been
is it
3
just that you
weeks.
want to get that you just want to get the best of the drink that knocked you out? One sip.
It's been 3 weeks without one drink. Now it's time.
Alrighty. So who's all going to the Timora Familia?
Me, Simimar, and Lars.
Yeah. Everyone else is
Yep.
gone.
Nordor, is Nordor back?
No.
Right here.
Oh,
Testing.
you're alive.
We're going to offer our services to Timora, God of Fortune. See if they want us to represent them.
Okay.
Alright. Are you coming with us, or would you rather stay behind?
Yeah. Uh, I'll come with you.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
All right, so
Someone roll me a D8. It's about 20. Someone roll me a D20.
I don't got that.
Not fast enough on the draw.
Nope.
Alrighty. My free hand tool. That's for me later. That's where you guys are going. Okay. As you walk in, everything is adorned with gold and symbolism of coins and lots of fancy people here. Not necessarily nobles, but people with wealth and some with status.
I don't feel slightly out of place.
I don't think we belong here.
Eh,
What's
are-
giving these people the stink eye?
Is there a receptionist available?
You would see like this very circular, like what you'd assume as an information type counter, but as you approach, it's like a giant mountain of pillows.
Huh. Good afternoon. Is anyone home?
See a head stick out of the pillows. Who are you?
I am Simor Greyleaf. This is our party, the Golden Twilight, and my divine guide told me to get in contact with Timora to redeem her.
Did they now?
Nods.
Do you know your guide's name so that we can thank them for such a referral?
uh,
Breathe. Breathe.
you know, I've actually never asked their name.
All right. Well,
Robert?
I suppose. Give me 2 seconds to think on this.
Yeah, that was a
You
question
know-
I never thought to ask.
I suppose the Familia could use some day laborers. Just fill out these forms as he pulls out a bunch of forms from the nearby counter. And we'll get back to you shortly.
Hmm. What do you mean by day laborers? And you'll start looking over the paperwork.
As you look it over, it's just like name, date of birth, where you're from, social status, last approximate value in your bank account.
Oh, that's not so bad. Well, Samar would put his information in there. Occupation, adventurer, bank account. I mean, it's 860 iridium.
Also, whatever deity you support.
I am a free soul currently.
Oh, bank account. There's a note by it that says bank account is not equivalent to what's in your pocket.
I don't have a bank account. Just puts a zero there.
Like I said, the funniest shit is that you left the one person behind that would be able to get you past all of this. I would say, Sinmar, you would realize on the way here, you actually went into the nobles district to go to this Familia house, and the people around you look like they have either wealth, status, or both.
Mm. And I feel like we have neither, except for Keto, who is currently in the hanging out with Thea.
Speaking of which, did you message me what you're doing hanging out with Thea? Right. Gotcha. So after it, does everybody who came with fill out the paper? Also, since you're back, Alice, did you follow them to the Familia house? I guess not. Did everybody else fill out the forms that went with some more?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave most of mine blank.
Yeah, same here. We'll see more because Nordjor is uncomfortable signing up with the Familia.
I'm not entirely sure what a bank is.
Oh goodness, we are so out of our element.
Yeah, I guess Fort would begrudgingly fill out the form.
I have partially filled out the place where it asks for my name. What was the other questions? Bank account, occupation.
Yep. Your home, your deities that you are aligned with.
I put wouldn't you want to know?
Just the most snarky comebacks on your paperwork. Glorious.
So many questions. Meanwhile, can you help me with this form?
Lars, it's only 5 questions.
It's so hard.
Well, this is your name,
Okay. Lars.
right?
Good.
This is what you do.
Hit people.
Okay, not that. Or just put down caravan guard.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume you don't have a bank account, so 0.
Okay. 0 bank accounts. Got it.
This is the deity that you believe in.
Okay. How do you pronounce Raven?
Raven.
That's hard. But yeah.
Okay. And then the last thing is where you're from.
Okay.
See, wasn't that bad.
My head hurts. I'm not very good with paperwork.
Are you done yet? As the head reemerges from the pillows.
I think so. Collect them all up and turn them in.
Wonderful. Alrighty, just sit over there. As he waves you towards like a set of benches.
Okay. Get sit down. Alright, guys, this isn't going nearly as well as I thought it would actually go. I wasn't expecting casino levels of wealth. I mean, I guess fortune is good luck, so okay, it makes sense.
Hey, is it this place where that guard was near that got that sister? You remember?
I'm not going to answer that.
Is this a plead the fifth moment?
I'm plead the fifth.
After about 5 minutes of waiting, this tall, gaunt elf will appear. Well, not appear. He actually approaches you.
Heyo.
I like they have to specify that in magical world.
I do actually, because the difference between approach and appear means that I could freak the f out of you if a guy just shows up in your face versus them actually walking up to you.
Good afternoon.
We have reviewed your applications. I
Well,
do
that
apologize, but 2 of you are ineligible. The other 3, however, we have enough open slots to bring you in for some minor details.
Wait, who's ineligible?
Points to Goblin and points to Lars.
Uh,
Huh.
Well, let's go outside, Ward.
Wait, how
Vort
am I
is legitimate.
like-
Vort is legitimately in a familia. They just gave you an application to
How-
join the familia.
Oh, we got
How?
scammed.
How am? Wait, hold on.
No, this is just
No.
a fortuitous moment.
Mm,
Am I eligible? Like, I left the entire thing blank except for my name.
Exactly.
Are you
well,
so desperate that you're willing to take that?
I mean, I did. The guy. He did mention day laborers, right?
that is true.
Uh,
Yeah. Or
It would get you. It would get you in the ground floor of the familia, and then you could work your way up to obtain the status and wealth that this familia is used to.
Nordro leans over to Simimar. This sounds like a scam. Multi-level marketing thing, if you ask me.
yeah, unfortunately, the Golden Twilight has to do everything together, so we will be rescinding our requests.
Well, I'm not saying your friends couldn't help you if you went out on a quest for us. They just wouldn't gain the benefits of this familia.
Right,
But becoming a
Where
member of
will
this
you
familia
ask-
gives you access to various ways of making money quickly, as well as mentorship. And someone who could eventually help you get into the position to earn yourself a noble title. It's pretty easy to become a. One moment, DM has to look up those because I have changed them like 3 times. You know, you think I would have pinned this. There they are. It's easy. It's easy to become a Ronin these days.
Yeah, what?
A Ronin.
Ah, get stabbed in the. Oh.
And he's not even here. Aikido senses a disturbance in the force.
All right.
To be fair, to suggest that to you, they're slapping you in the face considering your actual rank.
Well, considering that we initially came here because I was guided to help redeem your deity, as of now, we're not here to make a fortune. We're here to do good.
I believe the announcement did say that they have to trust you. Do you really think that a deity would trust anyone outside their own familia?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Which
I would-
does this god prefer though? That of someone in their familia to be redeemed at all. Besides, I don't think I fit into any familia.
Oh, I'm sure
That
you feel in the
Nordro
plenty.
will
You're a fine looking elf.
As he's talking, Nordro's just gonna lean in super close, and to this guy, he sees that Nordro's eyes go black, except for 2 tiny pinpoint red lights in the center.
Ah, the you should,
Just
yes, you would
leans
perfectly.
back.
Ah, yes, you would perfectly fit in with the Merkel familia.
Merkel?
Yeah, god of death, full of weirdos.
Cool.
Just looks to everyone, of course, his eyes being back to normal.
Right.
is he at least good? Like a good person, at least?
I feel like death is neutral.
This particular death, no. Well, you're not wrong about the neutral part, but you're not. He's not like neutral. He's neutral evil. Tell you what, I will bring your proposal forward to Our Lady. If she likes what she sees, she'll interview you personally.
That is much appreciated.
Another 5 minutes goes by. While this 5 minutes is elapsing, Lars and Vort, what are you guys up to now that you've walked out?
Well, what do you think, Ford? Shall we wait outside or shall we go little wall? Maybe little marketplaces, go little shopping, or what do you want to do? Find some ingredients?
I'm good on ingredients. I don't really have any other plans. We want to just head back to the house.
But yeah, what do you suggest we do? Wait, this time.
5 minutes later, my lady told me to give you this, and hands you a coin. Samar.
If he looks at the coin, is it what type of coin is it?
It's a gold coin
That's rare.
with the face of a woman on one side and the face of what appears to be some sort of tree on the other side.
Huh.
My lady says, if you truly wish to be considered one that is trusted, you are to flip this coin. Heads, you'll be considered trusted. Tails, you die.
Right. Well, fortune favors the bold, and he flips the coin.
I was just testing something. Alrighty. Roll me a d2.
Which one's heads?
One is heads. Tails is 2.
Whew.
Then Mar disappears.
Fuck.
The coin
Not again. I don't want to be in space.
The coin literally drops where his seat is. If the rest of you would like to be considered trusted, you must make the same deal.
What exactly is the deal? Again?
If you want to be trusted, you must flip this coin. If it's heads, you will be considered trusted. If it's tails, you will die.
Wait, die? Like, actually die?
I mean, you just watched Sibamar disappear. Oh, I should say, as it disappeared, there's a ton of dust that left. That's like in the space where he was just sitting.
What kind of familia is this?
The familia of chance, the familia of fortune. If you're not truly willing to gamble your life, then you cannot
This
be
is
trusted.
life and death, literally.
Exactly.
I thought 2 was heads.
No, I said 1 was heads, 2 is tails.
Oh.
Do you want to do it this time?
I wouldn't do that. Seems like a lot of risk for basically no gain.
George was looking very nervous at this coin that's on the ground. It's been picked up. Who's here? Like, as our
Just you and
to
Alice right now.
complete our story.
Just you and Alice, because Lars and Fort walked out the door.
Y'all don't have to. do
George takes the coin, puts it in Alice's hands.
I
Think it's
don't
good
allow
for
that. My hands are
you.
kept to myself.
Don't want to die.
And don't flip the coin.
I'm too handsome to die.
Don't flip a tail.
Just leave.
Yeah, just walk out.
Don't forget to toss the coin back to the person.
As Nordro's kind of panicking a little, he starts to look more and more skeletal as he just puts the coin in the guy's hand and just runs out. He also looked much, much taller. Like doubled in height as he ran out.
And I take it, Miss, that you are not participating.
Yeah, I'm not participating. I'll walk out. I'm not gonna run like a scared little girl, but you know.
Nordro bursts through the doors. He's just gonna shout, "They killed Simamar! Simamar's dead!"
What?
A coin, and if it landed on the wrong one, we die. Simamar just turned to ash right in front of us.
You tried to get head, but you got tails instead.
Well, that was dumb. What did you get if you won?
The chance
He needs to be trusted.
do something.
So he had to risk his life to earn the chance to risk his
By the
life?
god.
Basically.
This was a bad idea. This was such a bad idea.
Where's
He
the
is still
lying
very much skeleton.
the lying god? Just go back to them.
I don't know. He just approached me.
You rang as a skeleton, a very gaunt, redacted man sits in the middle of your quote unquote living space.
As Jor turns around to face him, Jojo's hands are just these real long, sharp claws now. Before he just turns back into the normally looks like. Don't scare me, please.
That appears to be a very difficult task.
Wait. Yeah, we tried the Familia of Luck and up with one of our numbers dying to a coin flip.
Huh. Sounds like you should have went with me.
It's not too late,
As
is
much
it?
as I wanna, yes, as much as I wanna hesitant, as much as I don't want to, I think we're going to go with you, if we're all agreed in this anyway.
Wonderful. Seek out the being named Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie.
I know him. What do we want to? Why do we need him?
He is the quest giver.
As long as the quest doesn't involve us flipping a coin to death.
Well, with that being, I wouldn't necessarily, that's a 0 chance, but I don't think that's the case.
You know where he could be?
I can contact him.
Okay.
A finely furnished door appears in the middle of the living space.
All right. Samar will open the door and step through it. All right, guys, we got the job. Well, I got the job, but you're all welcome to help.
You see a gaunt, redacted man sitting in the middle of your living room.
Who's that?
That is,
God of Lies.
Ah,
yeah, that is Cyric himself.
well, turns out I'm not dead, and the coin was a test. Ah, I was told to seek out Charlie.
What a coincidence. He told us to seek out Charlie too.
Just to be clear, I think it's the same Charlie.
All right, so Cyric, I wasn't here for the whole spiel. Who's your god?
I am the god.
Oh, my apologies. Wait, are you lying?
If I was, you'd never know.
This is very true.
Only those with the innate ability to know when someone is lying can tell when I'm lying. No matter how insightful you are.
So, have you gone over what you want the party to do for you to redeem you, or have they agreed to anything?
Charlie is going to give us the quest. Apparently, he's handling all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, some mix up about his normal boss being MIA.
So, I guess my question, just to get straight to it, is why should we help you?
Do or don't, it doesn't really matter. I offered a valuable sum in exchange for doing so.
Well, that's up for
It's
the
kind
side.
of he's gonna be like, kind of hard to make a sales pitch when you don't know if I am or am not lying. It makes you inherently not trust me.
Right. So what do you mean by some?
Well, it depends on whether you're successful or not. If you're successful, I mean, I'll be capable of a multitude of things.
What do you intend to do when you arise once more?
My job. So chaos through lies, manipulate gullible mortals into doing what I want.
I mean, to be fair, that doesn't actually seem all that bad. It's pretty natural.
I'm not like evil. I'm just lawful evil.
Out of lies is lawful?
Apparently.
Well, because he lives by his own code and follows it.
Exactly.
So,
Oh, never mind. I was reading the exact wrong one. But again, you wouldn't know if he's lying or not.
so, Cyrek, you
And
wouldn't
we
happen to know if we can take multiple quests at once, or would that be difficult?
He kind of shrugs. Knowing who the giver of the quests is, it does. It's sort of going to depend on. I'd say you could definitely do it. It just depends on whose quests you're taking on at the same time. Because each quest is supposed to be unique to the deity that you are trying to redeem.
Makes sense. Alright, well, shall we, Vort, you want to message Aikido and tell him that we have some, we have deity potential and that we've talked it over and we're ready to go find Charlie.
I can also just contact Charlie, but yeah, I'll message Akito, let him know that we're firmly attached to helping Timora and maybe Cyrek, was it?
Yeah.
Was this through a sending spell?
No, the card.
Oh, okay, then fair enough. I was just gonna say sending requires a verbal component, so you literally just said in front of Cyrek, maybe. But no, he didn't. If
But
it's through the card, it's
that was based on whether or not we could accept more
fair
than
enough. Fair enough. Okay, it's up to you, Akito. Do you need a way back?
Oh, if I get it, then yeah, I'll say, hey, yeah, apparently
Golden
we'll be
door
doing the
appears.
quest and make sure we're not doing a redemption quest before I contact you again. Sorry for the inconvenience, as I out of the.
Rugs. Have fun with the riffraff. As the door closes behind you.
Are we riffraffed? I feel like
Tathea, you are?
Oh.
Okay. So off to this Charlie.
Sounds like it.
Let's do it.
I will follow Vort.
Same.
Vort sits down on the ground. And he'll cast divination to contact Charlie and ask for the quest for Timora's redemption.
I'm so sorry. You have to be the one who conveys this. That is the message you get in response. Fitting, right?
Yeah. We have to convince Timora to willingly give up her wealth to the poor.
What?
Well, I
Huh.
mean, at least we don't have to like
I'm sorry.
face
What?
down hordes of demons.
I'd almost rather do that. I
Oh.
mean, I guess it'd be pretty straightforward. We just go talk to her. It's like, hey, this is what Charlie said. It's like, do it. Do it for to bring up the the wealth of everyone, the community, and together
Nope,
everyone would be more wealthy. I don't know.
that is not what he said.
He said to make her give up all her wealth for the poor.
Which is not the community,
Oh, very well.
because there are other
That
people
would
who
also
are part
include
of the community
nobles
who are not poor.
that you sort of briefly met in your brief time there.
Yeah.
So, where is this Timora?
At her familia.
In a demiplane at her familia.
Oh, yeah, this is step 1, by the way.
Oh,
Just step 1?
Out of how many steps?
Don't say 100. Please do not say 100.
Well, I mean, I did give you guys, examples of labors, and I believe Hercules had 12.
So step one, seduce God. Okay.
Yep.
Each god's redemption will be 3 trials.
Okay, do we find out the other steps, or do we have to complete no first?
I think we have to finish this one first.
Fair enough.
So any ideas how we do that?
I mean,
Yeah. Tell her.
yeah. To go and
I'm-
talk to her.
She may value fortune, but more than divinity. I mean, does she care what happens to her stuff in this world
Yeah,
once
I
she
mean,
leaves?
It is material wealth after all. But also, it could be that she's so used to the material wealth nowadays that she doesn't want to let go. Because it's all that she has.
Right.
Alright, well, I guess we're gonna head back to the Familia and ask for the golden coin.
Oh, back so soon.
We got pretty straightforward instructions of what to do. We need to ask Timora to do something as step one.
Oh, I'll save you the trouble. It's going to be a no.
You know what the
She already knows what step 1 is?
Yes. You're not the first willing faithful to try to redeem her.
Oh.
You can go up there and try to convince her if you like. I'm not gonna say no if it gets what we need, but just say you've got a hard battle ahead of you because she's already said no to 9 groups.
Then why is she still accepting people's help?
She hasn't said no
She
to one
wasn't.
group.
She wasn't. Somebody decided to flip the coin. You're the first person to flip the coin.
Oh,
Everyone else just joined as grunts, or
Wait,
were
is it-
already part of the Familia.
is this what the secretary says?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then there we go. Simar, you're in. Let's go. We shall talk to her.
Alright. I actually don't know the way. Could you show us the way, please?
Oh, my mistake. And he shows you the way.
Oh, thank you.
After a few minutes, you find a richly furnished room with all sorts of decorative tapestry, piles and piles of gold. And I do mean gold, that is not a slip of the tongue. And a very ornate, like, throne.
Man. This is more wealth than the entire town I came from.
I see someone with actual status has decided to pay me a visit.
I
Oh,
will
here I
step
am.
forward and bow.
Oh,
Shogun Ito Kylie. Arkset. I am with the golden.
Interesting. Very interesting. Well, come say what you came to say.
We have undergone the quest to redeem you, and we have been given the first trial. Seems that you are to
Give up your wealth to the poor.
Yep.
willingly give up your wealth to the poor. We cannot move on to step 2 to redeem you, to bring you back to your pre-fallen state. To agree to this. We may be new to you, but we do have a member of our group who has faith in you as they flipped a coin to join you, as I point.
Well, I did say before flipping the coin that fortune favors the bold, and I think, well, I'll admit that I don't really know a whole lot about wealth, but that this is a bold and daring step towards greater fortune for you and your people. And, this is only, a temporary thing.
If I may, just think how spectacular you will be seen if you are able to acquire this wealth not once, but twice. That's quite a challenge.
Since all three of you are making this attempt, one of you can have either all three of you make a separate persuasion check, or one of you can make it at advantage with a +3.
Since Akito kind of ran most of this, I say we support Akito.
I can be very, 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 very persuasive.
Well, I'm fine with supporting you as well.
I am
think it's
also
just not him.
persuasive, but I will assist you then, Alice. The front.
Believe in you, Alice.
$27, good.
+3 for 30.
Well, that is
Right.
added in there.
Oh,
Yep.
You are very persuasive.
I don't think the bulk of you understand the.
Oh no, I completely understand that you will never be able to gain wealth again.
No, I don't think you see the futility of me giving my wealth away. Outside of this room, these coins are worthless. There is exactly one individual on this entire plane who will purchase these coins, and they have not gotten back to me. So while it has merit with me in this room, the moment it leaves this room, it is worth 0.
Well,
Maybe it can be worth something in other ways.
right.
think-
Maybe
So-
set up a museum so that
Is
people can see what life was like in the past.
is the
Sure,
reason why you
people would like to
haven't
see old type of currency.
Damn, it is nice, but I don't think that is giving up wealth. Is the reason why you have not given up your wealth and completed the first step because you have not been able to get in contact with said person.
No, I'm not a cruel god. These coins, if one attempted to sell or pay for something with them, they could be arrested for forgery.
Smelt them down and make a statue.
Or
yeah,
jewelry.
or bars of gold, and then you could sell the bars of gold for, iridium pieces and use that to give to the poor.
While all of these are excellent ideas, I unfortunately do not have a single smith underneath my familia. And because of this, no smith that I have approached is willing to take this job for the risk that it inherently carries. Because though these are worthless, they were still produced specifically by a government entity, and tampering with government property is regrettably also an offense.
So if we were to acquire said agreement where we could transfer this amount of gold into sellable materials to then get you the iridium worth that, you would then, if it was all legal, you would then do that.
Yes.
I think I know.
I am
someone
heading
who
to the
can-
office.
Would it be
Actually-
illegal if they performed these actions outside of this plane, outside of the material plane? Technically,
Probably not.
so if we could set up something like that, then they would be
Which
able
gold
to.
do you have? So I can put a number on this. Um,
$488,963 gold pieces.
Avort, did you have an idea of where to look for this?
Oh, hang on. Add a zero to that. 4,889,630 gold pieces.
I don't know any smiths, but I was just trying to think of a legal loophole that we could use to convince a smith to help.
Well,
I will go see
considering
if I can fix the legal part.
Okay.
I do know some.
considering that this is old currency, not in exchange anymore, the monetary value is invalid and thus not protected under any government watch. That they're just regular gold, just refined to look like currency.
Are people aware that the currency changed?
No, because it's been well over 100 years. So at this point, the currency is just iridium pieces. It's never been anything else to most people.
Okay. But it's not like retroactive, everyone's memories were erased.
Correct.
Okay.
The coins were never removed. It's just a law was put into place that changed the currency. And so at that time, there was a small window. It was about a year that all of the banks on the material plane gave people the time to come in and exchange those coins for the one-to-one monetary change.
Okay.
But after that, yours is up. Hang on one second. Get something from my door.
Many a banks closed their doors that day.
It was a dark day in history. Uh, don't dragons love gold? Or is that just a fairy tale story time thing?
I think
I've never
it
met
would
a
be
dragon.
valuables that they would.
Met a couple dragonborns, but one of them was like just skin and bones. Maybe might have the skin.
Uh,
The other one I think was part rock. I don't think that counts.
it was an amethyst dragonborn. Or
Yeah,
something.
like I said, part rock. What's the exact wording of the goal? To have this person give up all their wealth for the poor, to help the poor, or directly to the poor?
She must willingly give up her wealth to the poor. Which she's willing to do, it's just that her
If she
coins have
gives
no
the
value.
if she gives the gold to the poor, they could be arrested for harboring illegal currency.
But she can't
And
be
sh
arrested for.
but she doesn't want to she doesn't want all the poor people to get her money to be arrested, so she can't in good conscience do it.
right.
I think she can hoard the coins, she just can't spend them.
Right, but gold is still a valuable metal, so it still has value. It's just no smiths want to smelt it down because you're smelting down illegal currency, which has so okay, out of character. I know in the pretense of the game this is how it's set up, but in real life, has this actually like been an issue with like old currencies and new currencies? Because like I know currencies would get changed, and old currencies wouldn't be used anymore. But I thought
Oh
that
no, this was a very big problem during the Civil War. After the South lost, all of its money became worthless, and when you tried to pay with it, it actually could get you arrested.
oh
But that was
So,
Southern specific currency, not the currency that was used in the North that the South had. Like, the
correct.
South printed its own money.
Correct.
Yep.
So
There was also a huge wave of counterfeiting after the Civil War, which is actually why the Secret Service was founded as part of the Treasury Department.
The more you know.
So, if we're still in the room with Timora, I'll say to her, if this gold is worthless outside, what if then you technically have no fortune?
She she looks at you and shrugs. I don't know. So far, it hasn't. There has not been an acceptable answer presented for Charlie to present the next step.
Maybe it's not the gold that those people need.
Well, I think once the legal situation's panned out, maybe it's the realization that you don't have any wealth anymore. You just need to let go of the gold.
What if we use the gold to hire a lawyer to make the gold legal?
I don't think they would accept the currency.
But if they made it legal, they could.
Well, if they make it legal, if they make if they clear up the legal issue, we can just give it out to the poor.
Right, and we just pay the lawyer out of the money.
What qualifies someone as poor?
Not having a lot of money.
They look like
Not
Lord
having
Thor.
a bank account.
Well, hey! I could say that you look poor, Vaz. Or Vort.
I mean, by
The-
that statement, we're all poor. Well,
Except
Not
for
me.
there are two conditions that separate you from the poor: if you have a noble title, and if you have a bank account.
None of us have bank accounts.
I don't have either.
Give me your gold and I'll never spend it, and then it's done.
She looks at you, opens her mouth, and goes, "That would work." Puts her hands out in front of her. Charlie, I gift all of my gold to the Goblin Vort.
I hope you have a bag of holding, or maybe two. Maybe like three or
Three.
four. And maybe another one to put all the other bags of holding in.
Yes,
yeah,
that's a great idea.
yeah. We're not putting back holding.
That is a good idea.
Vort, you get a message.
Okay. Okay. Charlie says we need to kill 5 gold horde mimics.
There is a look of horror across Timora's face.
Do you know
No.
where we can find those mimics?
No, but I lost one of my faithful to them. they became not my faithful afterwards. And she still holds it against me.
Oh,
They become a gold horde faithful?
No, they became a time cleric.
Ah.
She now holds a position of power and never lets me live it down.
I know exactly.
That is a joke for the OGs. It did happen.
Like,
Gold
how
horde
does
mimics are generally found in dungeons. But you need to go to a place where gold is still an accepted currency, or a dungeon ancient enough that is still around that it would have gold in it. Because, and this is her informing you of this. When dungeons come back to life, or they spawn in an area, or come into being, however they're done, I honestly don't understand the mechanics myself. They generate their rewards based upon the world that they're in. It was discovered some time ago during one of the other regional dungeons after the coin exchange happened that dungeons started populating themselves with iridium pieces instead of gold pieces. So you need to find a dungeon that already existed before the currency change, or travel to another plane where gold is still an accepted currency.
What about adding? You wouldn't happen to know about that new dungeon that just opened up?
Well, I would assume that a new dungeon would have iridium horde golems or horde mimics.
Right, but the Adventurers Guild. Has the Adventurers Guild been able to figure out what's going on with that dungeon?
As of yesterday, they categorized it as a B difficulty dungeon.
We're B class people, right?
The only person that's registered with the Adventurers Guild is me.
And he's an F. Because that's the starting level.
What's F stand for?
Just F. It's like a letter grade system. F, E, B, F, E, D, C, B, E, A.
Well, the Adventurers Guild would have information on different dungeons, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. So that would probably be the best place to get some info.
Right.
Well, thank you for solving that problem. Goblin Fort. How would you like to receive this 4,800,000 4,889,630 gold pieces?
I would need something that could hold them. Gold's freaking heavy too.
Could you just transfer them to your bank account?
Don't have one.
You make one.
Does our
It's
guild
not legal
have
tenure.
bank accounts or vaults? for
No.
guild members? No.
No, they usually will refer you to a bank though. So they may partner up with a bank so that you get less fees and stuff. But generally speaking, the banking is held by actually it's only 3 major branches now. It used to be 7.
Oh, Deus has said he can store them.
All right.
Thea walks through a golden door. Someone very strong punched me really hard.
I don't think
Or
anyone in our
hurt
group is
me.
that strong.
Wait a second. Your time god could use gold.
I smack.
How hard? I'm using conversion.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be enough because it's only what unarmed strike is 1 plus strength, so 5, 6.
It's not even enough for 1 point. Damn it!
Oh, we need to hit you. That's what you want.
Like I need you to actually hurt me.
All right, hold still. And Samar unsheaths his large wooden greatsword. Cast Shillelagh. Player warrior. Reap what you sow. This might hurt a lot.
Here, I'll make it. I'll make this
Assuming I
easier.
just hit you.
Unfortunately, his armor he can't say you just hit him. Sadly, because he has a specific type of armor. You actually miss.
Fuck it. I'll favor of the gods that just get it over with. 25.
I hurt.
Now step 5 feet. Is that enough?
Let's see. That was worth. One rank point. Or not 1 point. Hang on. So that will level up conversion to 2, which will let him do 2 plus 6. He looks at you, drinks a potion, and says, "No, hit me again."
Oh boy. All right. Do. Man, that's rough.
That's 6 points. 1 second. I think 100-foot radius is enough to stack that much gold. I'm just gonna say we assume. Just Thea doesn't have any more potions.
I can heal you up.
I'll be fine. He takes out a cartoonish small black hole and tosses it on the ground. Just start dumping it in there.
All right.
After about 3 minutes, you guys get all the gold in there.
Goodness.
Just call when you need it. As he goes back through the golden door.
And we'll go to the Adventurers Guild, see if they have any information.
See what they know about ye olden dungeons.
You heard about the dungeon that just opened up recently, right?
Yes. It's B rank now, right?
Yes.
Does it conveniently have gold in it?
No, it just opened.
We're
It
looking
would be
for older dungeons. Dungeons from before the currency was changed to Iridium.
then a timeless or an A on dungeon is what you're looking for.
Okay, probably timeless.
Are there any quests out for gold golems?
No. Well, let's see, a timeless dungeon. There are 6. Only one of them is active right now.
Well, I guess that's the one that we're gonna have to go check out.
What ranking is this one that's active?
That's a good question.
An E.
Ah, rated for everyone. Is there like a bestiary and other info regarding this dungeon?
Not really, because the last time it was cleared by the faithful it was made for.
Who was it made for?
Follower of Coralon. Some crazy son of a bitch. Who is now considered his, like, trusted advisor or whatever.
I don't know Coralon.
He looks
Keto
at he looks
can't
at you.
help but
He looks
laugh.
at you dumb. He looks at you dumbstruck.
Oh, you're talking about Carillion. Okay. Out of character. I get his name mixed up so many times because I think it's Carillion, but it's Corellion.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
because this guy has a thick accent, it's just Coralon.
Okay. Well, then retract what I said.
Fair enough. Yeah, it was made for one of his faithful, and they didn't exactly report what they saw in there. Obviously, they just did it for themselves. It might be old enough for what you're looking for.
Well, currently it's our best shot.
We know where it is.
Oh yeah, no. You got a map?
Set Marple's at his map.
One second. I accidentally drew too much. So, looking at the map, I'll just pull you guys to the world map real quick. It is where the big white X is.
Hey, that's where we came from. The X by the river, right?
No.
Oh, the X in the woods. Oh, we gotta go back down.
Oh yeah, no, fair enough. I need to. There.
Okay.
Akito, can you teleport yet?
GM, did I happen to get that item I want?
I didn't see you ask for an item.
Second, I wish it. It was 7 out of 8.
Yes, you could buy that. Or acquire it, however you want to say it.
So if for some reason I had to place a dinosaur park on this map, where did I put it?
What?
We'll say somewhere like right here. Like it was close enough to Arcset for them to travel to, but far enough that it wouldn't. If a dinosaur broke out, it would immediately get you in trouble.
It doesn't look like either. Oh, we actually have. I want to measure. I don't want to measure from where I am. I want to. MU tool. Oh, hey, there we go. Tech. Ah!
The torture.
I mean, I technically have the item from the teleport shrine, which I think gets us closer. So I think that would probably be the. Is there a road that heads from my knowledge of Arcset? Is there a road that heads that way, or does it head more south?
Meg?
Because I know we took a road that went from here to here, and I know there's a road that heads this way, but I can't remember if there's a road that heads that way.
Make a history check. You know it heads like more southwest.
So, guys, I can get it a little way. There is a road out of Arcset which is heading south and away from where we want to go. So do we like just go to the closest point that we can get and then go from there? Or
we just go through the wilds. It'll be quicker that way anyway. And well, you have me, so that's not going to be an issue. Are we gonna walk there, or are you gonna be able to bring our chocobos with us?
don't think I could bring art.
Well, carts aren't that expensive if we can bring the chocobos.
Where I'm taking us can't buy a cart.
Oh, I thought we were going to Arcset.
I can get us closer. All right, that would be the down. That would be the difference. I can get us to Arcset, but it's further away, where we could buy a cart, or we could get closer, not have a cart.
What about the teleporting back? Would you be able to do that from the dungeon itself?
What?
Like getting back.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, in theory, he could teleport straight to the dungeon.
I'd say
Or we can try that. What is the name of this favorite dungeon?
The Unforgiving Woods.
sounds like a lovely place.
And that's the name of the dungeon?
Yep, the Unforgiving Woods.
So hey, as
Ultimately, I think it would be faster to go to Arkset and get a cart than going without a cart and walking all the way there. Or we can each buy our own Chocobo to travel with.
I can get us, like, if I got like, say, I was off, I could try again, and if I'm still off, then I can always failsafe get us someplace.
Right.
So I can always trying that until I get it right. I mean, I don't have powers because cut off.
Well, as you are now our teleportation expert, I like the idea of us having all of our own chocobo. But I also kind of curious to see if you can just get us to the dungeon itself.
Yeah, if we all have our own chocobo, I cannot do that.
I don't really want my own Chocobo. I don't know what to do with them.
Me neither.
Everyone is good. We can attempt to go now.
Hey, wait. Let's go now.
Yeah, I mean, let's do it. And to answer your question, Alice, I was debating on starting a chocobo ranch. So, if we all have
You hear ominous thunder in the distance.
what
That's how they propagate
What?
explosions.
chocobo preserve?
Lightning
You
crackles
do
overhead.
realize chocobos breed by exploding, right?
That's
Out of
not.
thunder.
That's not how that works.
No, we've seen it in action.
How do you know?
When a mom and a
Seen the
dad love each
chocobo
other
breed?
very much.
One explodes over the other.
I don't want to hear it. Let's get going.
I reach. I pull out helm, take my top hat off, put the helm on. They gather close.
Ah, is that his ears hat? No.
Yeah. Have that. On dungeon unforgiving woods we go.
I'm
Roll
back
a
home.
D100.
'92. I am not Carcoon.
I don't know what that means.
He never got that. Like it was never. It was
If
never
it wasn't a
on
guaranteed
target.
teleport, he couldn't do it right. And it was just the luck of the draw. Well, the odds were not in your favor, and yet you did it. With just a name.
I had faith in you.
So as we all get sucked in, this green slime kind of like covers everybody and pulls everybody in, and then where we get to our destination, we all get back to where kind of standing around.
Oh. Well, that was easy. Samar will collect a little bit of dirt and put it in a vial.
Wait, why are you collecting dirt?
Because if we ever decide to come back here, I mean, well, not that I guess Aikido needs it anymore, but we have a physical reference to teleport to now if we have to come back to this area.
And how can you tell the different dirts apart?
Because that's how magic works. It's magic. I ain't gotta explain shit.
Yes, but you have to explain how Simamar knew that.
Hazir brought it up when we mis-teleported to the random city, that he should have collected something.
That's acceptable. So, we shall save these shenanigans for next time. Because now I have to put together a dungeon.
Yay!
Yay! Catch y'all next time.